Guys, what's going on? What are we looking at today? We're looking at Summertime KOLSCH from Goose Island. This one's 5.1%, so at least there's a little bit more juice in this one than yesterday. And yeah, you get it. And I think the opener of choice today is a nice little ditty that I got from Big Redneck Papa. Oh yeah. Now that's special right there. I don't care who you are. Oh, and that just... the hell? Video call from Travis Eller. We ain't got time for that shit. Okay, one of my favorites. Oh, for God's sakes, Travis. One of my favorites in this style of beer is from Lake Superior Brewing, my own hometown. Maybe one of the ones on the list to go visit with me and the Swites. And theirs is the Kayak KOLSCH. And it doesn't look quite as much like, this kind of has a Pilsner kind of look to it. Smells similar. It's kind of a, you know, even before I even try it, I'm just going off of the other one. It's, you know, kind of creamy. You know, those malts are a little bit like, you know, like kind of a, I don't know how to explain it. It's just creamy, okay? Can we just stick with that? It's just kind of a creamy. Yep, smells like beer. They are definitely different. Still has that creaminess to it. I guess I'd almost have to have one of theirs side by side with this. I don't know if I've ever even reviewed that. I'm not even sure what I've reviewed from Lake Superior Brewing. Has a whole bunch of good stuff. Their oatmeal stout is one of my personal favorites, and the Kayak KOLSCH is another one that you could pretty much sit and drink all day, as far as not getting sick of it. Falling down, you know, that might happen anyway. But yeah, it didn't work. Want to get in on this?
No, I'm good. I'm saying, I did the perfect quiet creep. You wouldn't even know I'm here.
Yet I do.
Yeah, when you make it obvious.
Make it obvious. I want to like talk to you. Like you're supposed to be creeping.
Yeah, you just gotta pretend like I'm not here. Like a stealthy little ninja.
Stealthy little ninja. Contains wheat. Best if used within 180 days of the bottled on date. Other than that, it doesn't really say anything Bright and a crisp finish. Lightly fruity. Slightly fruity. Like you.
Hmm?
What?
What? You know, just for that, I'm not emptying the lint trap.
Oof. Look at that rebel.
Yeah, you pushed me to that point, Dad. Love you.
Love you too.
Probably leaving soon.
Okay. Yeah, it has some of the characteristics of the Lake Superior Brewers, but it's a little bit. I guess it's a little bit more edgy. Is what I'm thinking. Edgy. Yeah, it's edgy. Just because I don't want him to think that I'm not reading his comments, coming in after the fact, because as we know yesterday, you're too old, or it's too loud, you're too old, came in last for the third time in a row. Well, somewhere after the video, well, like 18 hours ago, the Crazy Scotsman says, soak those hooters. Then he says, flying fun bags. And then he says, dry titties, not good. I volunteer to hydrate any that require it as long as they are a 7 and up. Okay, that's reasonable. Okay, first on Sanity Break was Ben N. Second was Joey Cuz. Ben, back on top. Absolutely. Bulwark. I wonder what the bag limit on ANTIFA will be. I think it's kind of like catching suckers. I think it's as many as you want. Crazy Scotsman 5th, son of a bitch. Meal Team 66. Too late for this brew. Your sanity is already broken. J-Dog here, top 10. Meal Team. Oh, fuck you too, my friend. I did call the show. So did Mule. He called the show too. Bill Caruso? Thanks for the review. I enjoy watching them. Well, thank you. Thank you, Bill. I mean, unlike I don't want to mention any names. Unlike some people who think that, you know, you flip on a camera and upload a few videos to the internet and all of a sudden you're like a superstar or something. For me, I started this to make friends and to have fun and be part of what I thought was a really cool community, and it turns out I wasn't wrong at all. I mean, there's obviously, you know, some people, you know, like for instance, you know, I know just by, you know, leaving it where it is when I put up a video like the Iraq veteran video, the latest one, you know, the initial round where, you know, guys like you and friends, and now it's like pretty much a steady stream of bottom dwellers, and I just laugh because if nothing else, it instantly shows which ones need to be blocked immediately. But you know, guys like you know, calling people morons and having that clickbait title. You know, I'm sorry. Let me ask a question. Does the title of a video versus its content deserve a juvenile and childish reaction? I've seen some titles that, you know, maybe even some of you guys that are even watching put up titles that, you know, just for the fun of it. You know, you try to grab something and see how many people will come over and watch your stuff. And you know, the downside is, yeah, I mean, case in point, the The AR-10 giveaway video has like, what, 2,200 views? And it's been up now for, I've lost track, it's been so damn long. A long time. It's been up for a long time. It was up before Trump became president, because that was the question, what would a Trump presidency mean? And then he won. So 2,200 and something, or whatever, low end of the 2,000s for views. And all that time giving away an AR, well, I guess, okay, you could get one for $10. The money isn't going to me. I mean, none of the gifts, the packages, the stuff that's come in from everybody, like the Crazy Scotsman and Ed, and I shouldn't even start naming names. Everybody that's contributed. None of us are seeing a dime of reimbursement. It's all for helping Justin and veterans, and to try our best to eliminate suicide. These people are willing to give their lives in battle for our country. The last fucking thing that should happen is there should be any doubt of anything when they come home. And like I said, so $10 can get you that. And meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, it's like, I put up a video basically saying, what the hell's the wrong with Iraq veteran 8888, and that's over 12,000 views, and for like days on end, I think it had like 6 thumbs down. Now the bottom dwellers start to roll in, and it's like 122 or something like that. But that's just more proof. It's like, again, that was a video saying thank you for some cool ass shit, like this badass knife. Oh yeah. It's pretty sharp on the top, but it's definitely more sharp on the bottom. But yeah, it's just more of an example of just how vile and how, I guess I have no words to describe some of the people that I have met on some of the videos as far as trolls. On the Iraq the latest one guy actually said that I deserve to, actually three people so far have said that I deserve just to be dead and that I should kill myself. And one of them was going on and on about how I yeah?
I didn't need any more green tea.
Okay.
But we need more herbal tea. A lot more. Because we can't really have green tea right now.
I think they all say herbal. This is a footnote. Yeah, it's an amazing group of pathetic losers, but that's okay. Like I said, you immediately know who you can block, so you don't have to worry about ever dealing with them again. The one that I thought was funny, though, it's like, what exactly is it that you didn't watch that you would say that I have a reputation of belittling or ripping on good YouTube channels? As far as I know, the only one I've been vocal on is because he's been involved with this through the cricket thing, is Hickok 45. He, as far as I'm concerned, is completely useless. And I've also had several people tell me that when they met him in person, that he I think the exact words were "fuck off" and "leave me alone." So he's what happened here? But don't worry, this was a 6-pack. Hey, wait, let's see if this works again. Yeah. Comments. Zeus, happy birthday, brother. Actually, several people in this last week have had birthdays, and one, because I completely lost track of what day it was. Tuesday was Ammohead73. That was his birthday, and I think he turned 57. Oh, I gotta move shit in order to continue reading. Keck? Sorry. Cheers to hot, sexy lesbians. Yeah. Honestly, other than in the movies, you don't see it happen very much. That's why next door, they don't live there anymore, but they were they were easy on the eyes. Zeus, you feel healthier yet? Actually, what is surprising, Zeus, is that I don't feel run down or tired or, honestly, even really hungry. But yeah, I'll go with yes on that. You know, I found that I was unloading a truck of stuff for the tail end of our project. You know, like sinks and lights and that kind of shit. And I found I was like literally like hopping up the stairs and stuff. So it's like, yeah, I honestly haven't seen a negative part about this. And like I said yesterday, or every single time that I've talked about this so far, is there are things that I have gotten out of this in his recipes that I will continue to use, but I will be, as we transition off, like I said, the work up, you do straight juice for 15 days, but you have like a 5-day up and a 5-day down where you transition so that you don't go into shock or your body. And but no, there's definitely things in here that I will take with me and we will continue to use forever as far as better eating goes. Like I said, with the soups, just back off a little bit on, I'd use everything we've used, back off a little bit on this and a little bit of that, and then add some dead animal. The Real Coke Burnout has a huge dick. Trust me, I looked. I can't help myself. And then of course he gets a I suppose he'd like me to read that again, but Gillian 426 here with my natural ice 5.9% by volume from Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 5th thumbs up. Cheers, Gillian. Johnny Concho, has anyone called juice yet? It has whiskey, or it was whiskey in the old days, laugh out loud. Yeah, yeah, when you actually have absolutely nothing really in your system but juice. Yeah, I think I might have to, kind of skip on that. As is, I can already tell you that, these actually get my attention now where they probably would have never. So that's my excuse, especially when I get to Smile Money's comment, if there is one. Gillian 426, I don't eat out, can't afford it, cook and eat at home. And that's definitely one of the things I'm taking from this. The Real Cobra Burnout on the coffee bender, cheers. Gillian 426, I'll take the green grip. My 24th, or May 24th was my birthday too. Drink more whiskey and vodka. It's good for the brain. And happy birthday. Zeus, I remember watching some ebomey videos years back and never thought we would be friends. Funny how a few years can change so many things. Cheers, brother. See, again, there's, some... I've seen YouTube channels, like, literally with, like, I don't know, I think the smallest one I ever saw had, like, 35 or 36 subs, and the production value of the videos, I was just like, holy shit. I've seen guys with, I've seen channels with 100,000 subs that didn't have the video quality of these videos, and it was like, it wasn't a business or anything like that. It was just like some guy, and I didn't see, I had seen some comments left, obviously not a shit ton because of the low count on the sub thing, but no, you come back like a week later and there's no comments back, and it's just like, I don't know, I guess just I do things different. Well, like for instance this, and either not commenting. I'm sure if someone rolled in and looked at this and saw that I never commented but didn't bother watching the video, might think something like that. But yeah, no, this to me is about the friendships and stuff that I've made. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube screwing everybody over right now, I won't lie. It's nice if you see an item that you're like going, that would be cool for that build, and that's something I've always wanted to try, and shoot off an email and say, check out my channel if you like what you see. I like to trade that part for doing a video or two. What up with that? And yeah, it definitely doesn't make it easy. Definitely doesn't make it easy when 15,000 subs ago there was 1,000+ views in a very short amount of time, and now it's just like, where'd everybody go? What's it all about? The being notified, that kind of stuff. I mean, I endlessly find, I don't know how many of you guys, it's like, go back to your channel. It's like, oh, I'm not subbed. That's awesome. Minnesota Shooter. I'm here, E. Hello and cheers to Smile Money and Johnny Concho. Hope you had an awesome birthday. Minnesota Shooter. J-Dog. I'd rather have a real nice 50 BMG bolt gun like the Macmillan repeater. Yeah, well, see, I like the BMG for what it is, not necessarily, obviously, if you're just building a big safe full of stuff and you're like Chuck and it just doesn't matter, you wipe your ass with $100 bill and then shoot down to the gun store and pick up a couple of 1911s that you'll never shoot. That's fine, but for me, all honesty, the BMG is just the heaviest hitter in the safe, and it's not even the one that I even try to shoot at the longest distance. I mean, if we could ever get this issue with the scope thing resolved, it's like, how much time and ammo do I and my brother-in-law have into sighting that rifle in? For the first time ever, it is like fucking balls on make one hole at 300 yards right now, and then boom, it breaks. I don't want to, but guys have asked questions about what's new. Like the other day, Zeus, what's new in the gun stuff. Just so you guys know, before turning the camera on, I did get an email back. I sent what I would guess I would describe as a somewhat unpleasant email to Bushnell. Well, in Bushnell's defense, the gentleman Mark Burton that I have been dealing with no longer works for Bushnell. So either it is a dead email account, or whoever is minding the store isn't minding the store on that one. But I'll give that as the excuse that nobody ever got it. One email last night, and I immediately got an email, must have been about 10 o'clock this morning, and it just said, for an issue like this, we'd rather talk to you in person to get this resolved, and left me the number, and I called, and I talked to Travis, and he was very polite, and he just said, you know, he said, this is like enough is enough, man. He goes, I'm getting ready to walk out the door, so I'm gonna do it first thing tomorrow. I will shoot you off an email with a shipping label. He said, please get that back to me. That will end up on my desk personally. And he said, just so that I don't get stupid, he said, put in a letter that describes everything that we've had in our conversation and everything that has gone down in the past, and the fact that this is now the third broken scope. So if we actually sent you another one, we'd be sending you the fourth. And he said, doesn't seem to make any sense at this point in time. He goes, so I want to talk, once it gets back, I want to talk to my manager and see about upgrading you to a scope, something different. And he did mention the Bushnell Elite Series. I know my Elite Tactical that is on the Mosin is rated for a BMG 50. And in case somebody missed the comment yesterday, before you say, well then why don't you put, you know, like for instance, why is the best scope in the arsenal not on the longest range gun in the arsenal? Well, the best scope in the arsenal is on the best rifle in the arsenal. You know, the US Optics ER25, you know, that's like a $3,400 scope sitting on a $6,000 rifle. So that's a great combination sitting right there. I'll be honest when I say the BMG is fun to shoot, and I like blowing shit up with it. The farthest shot I've even taken with it was, well, when we had the stuff set out, but I didn't try to take a shot at one of my expensive targets. I did blow a hole. I think at 200 yards, I shot a hole through one of the cheaper targets with an incendiary round. Whoops. But not Gill's, not one of Gill's targets. But for me, the BMG, that particular rifle is kind of a toy. Safety Harbor Firearms. It's not like, it's not like the kind of rifle you're going to see at some long-range competition shooting. So, you know, as long as it can hit shit at, this scope should still be capable to 1,000 yards. So, that's, for me, that's great. I mean, the rifle is more or less kept around as a fun thing for Shoot-A-Palooza, for guys to get a chance to try shooting the BMG 50. Now, I can honestly say that if I won the big fucking lottery and go get anything I wanted, I would get the Barrett, probably get the Barrett, semi-automatic Barrett. And it would mainly be for big, bad-ass plinking. Now, serious shit, top dollar rifle for me, my money would go to the Shytech 407. That bullet is, I think, still probably holds some records for long range shooting. Then after that, the 338 Lapua those are the two guns that I would want for long range just nasty ass shit is one of the two of those. So, J-Dog. Or a Desert Tech HTI. I'm not even sure what that is. I'd have to look that up. Or an APO ASW 50. I think I know what that is, but I'm still going to look it up. As for a semi-automatic 50, I want the Subaru BFG 50A. I'm not going to argue with you. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to shoot it. We were supposed to have that rifle the year that Mike, the owner of In the Red Exploding Targets, was here. He is friends with Mark Subaru, or Subaru, and Mark said, yeah, you want me to ship it to Eric, or do you want to take it with you on the plane? And Mike said that he'd just take it with, and that the rifle that they were going to send was one that is one of their demo rifles, and something broke, and it was during one of the Obama things when there was this big frickin' flood of purchasing and this, that, and the other thing, and I don't remember what broke on the rifle, but whatever broke, the guy who makes it did not have one on hand in order to quickly fix it, because it basically had to be fixed because Mike was heading out to the airport, and so we did not have it, and that really sucked because there was enough ammo to take Arnold Schwarzenegger out of business that year. The thing is in all honesty, is most BMG 50s are all finicky little bitch rifles, and from what I've seen, the Barrett is the most stable. Now, is it the most accurate of the semi-autos? I don't know, but I don't really care. Like I said, if I had, that extra, we're talking all of 10 grand, it'd be another $10,000 rifle in my safe, because that rifle is basically pretty close to that rifle and a scope setup is basically what I have in my JP. So, I might not put a $3,500 US optics on it, but I would definitely put a Night Force or something like that on it. I would want to be able to try taking shots at 1,500, 2,000 yards if they ever came to that. But yeah, the Subaru is a pretty good gun, though. I've heard a lot of good things about it. J-Dog, a lot of drug deals happen in my building. Yeah, I know. And they cut the cameras and shit. JR10, Desert Gold. After the cleanse, if you both are serious about your eventual goals, start researching glycemic index and glycemic loads. Wow, I just had a reloading moment. Then you will start understanding how a slice of supreme pizza and an apple have similar glycemic loads and what that means to your diet. I will write those really big words down and look into that, because this is serious to me. I don't want to go back. And for me, I know the two of them come will come together hand in hand, but just taking the shitty way of eating, as Americans. I don't know, the guy, did I make a comment about this in Joe Cross's documentary on Netflix, Fat, Sick, and Almost Dead? He basically flies here from Australia, lands in New York, and then drives across the United States, talking to people and sharing juice, and there is some of the coolest people, and there has got to be some of the... In New York, he's talking to a guy, and he's just like, wow, he's like, you're really, big rack of ribs. I mean, like a plate full of food. And he's just like, it's like if you add a little nutrition, vegetables. You don't have to do it full time. You don't have to go crazy. You just have to like add a little bit of that stuff to your diet and just change what you do. More of the fruits and the vegetables and that kind of thing. And the guy's just like, yeah, I don't think so. So even if you told me that if I switched to doing all the things in the right way, that what's the best you could hope for? Like, you might get another 10 years out of your life. What? This guy used the words like blew off a decade of extra life. Seriously. How many people fighting some kind of a nasty illness or JR10 knows exactly what I'm talking about. I had no words to hear someone nonchalant, that word, that just throwing out there. So if I start eating healthy, I might get an extra 10 years. Or only get an extra 10 years. Okay, I'll take it. Wow. Stephen Bush. The Alien Gear holster is okay, but I have stepped away from the hybrid and just used the clamshell Kydex. More comfortable and cheaper. Only drawback is the clip can come off the belt when getting in the car. I don't know what style clip you use, or maybe if you do a fucking Dukes of Hazzard and like roll in through the window, Steve, but I have actually never had any holster I have ever used come disconnected from me. Even ones like, my PPS that I got from Viking Tactical had kind of a big, roundy, kind of a mushy belt clip, and it's the one I use when I use the PPS. I call it the jammy holster one because it stays where I want it, but when I go to draw it, I have it's set loose enough that it easily comes out of there. I don't want to hang from a jungle gym; the gun will fall out. But the rest of the time, versus a belt clip like Pete at the Armory channel uses, that his are awesome. Like the ones on this big positive clip click when they go around your belt. But I mean, this is a big holster. I mean, I don't know how anyone can look at one of these and go, yeah, I'm sure that's a lot better holster than the next. But that's why I wanted to put it through the worst case scenario. It is, it's been an all week thing. Carrying the 5906. Yeah, I mean the gun isn't like perfect. I mean it has some. I mean it's obviously it was a used gun when I got it, and it's got all the telltale signs of love. But cannot believe how frickin' accurate this gun is, and I don't give a shit that it's all stainless steel and it's a heavy gun. In this setup, it disappears from my side. I don't feel it. But when you put this, like I said, when you put this holster on, it's a big ass thing. I mean, I wish I lived a lot closer to Pete, because I would like one of Pete's holsters for the 5906. That's what I like. That's one of the first things I will make when me and Steve start making up some holsters. Obviously, it's going to be a while of trial and error and that kind of thing, but yeah, I love this gun, and I do not see what would be the thing, Steve, is to actually have a good, like, inside the waistband. I would like to have an incog for the 5906. I'd really love to have one for the Walther PPQ 9mm. Because I probably would also carry that one. Sorry. Moving on. Wait! Big Redneck Papa. I eat garden raised veggies almost every meal, also fresh eggs too. My problem is I married a woman that can make mud taste good. Doesn't help that I have cooked since I was 13 either. But give me a bucket of spicy Popeyes chicken and a quart of a good hot sauce and a gallon of beer, and I'm a happy bastard. Yeah, see, I'm sure, like most people, but me and Wade probably share that more than most people, is I love food. You know, I love cooking. I love creating great meals. I sit and watch videos like Pete at the Armory Channel and JR10 Desert Gold when he's cooking, and it's like, oh man, baby. It's like, dude, you're gonna hear a ding dong at your door. It's like, if I ever win the lottery and can afford to take some frickin' time off and just get the hell out of here, and I know you got a batch of some imperial stout and that grill is just itching to get some work done. Yeah, I love food. I love making it. I love all that shit. And just like you, I'm married to a woman that can make a mud pie turn into something edible. So that doesn't help. And then I gotta go punch my mom because I was from the clear your plate generation. Joey Cuz, the worst is when you have a really hot as fuck chick and she is with the ugliest lesbo ever. What a waste. And I'm gonna give that the third thumbs up. Joey Cuz, Eric gets plenty of meat in his diet. Ask Heffy. Joey Cuz, unsubbed. Ed, hot damn, those two babes are wet and hot. Brad Thomas, the United States of America needs an enema. Yeah, no shit. This has gone way too long. Smile Money. Love the Lock and Loaded radio show. I called in once, but I prefer being a passive observer. Except in the chat room, thankfully, it is getting less and less gay every week. Jonathan, my buddy swears by those Alien Gear holsters. Cheers. You know, and it came with, they give you all sorts of options for modifying, including a little alien head keychain thingy. You know, this shit was in there. I haven't changed it at all. I like it. I mean, it's got decent retention. It's comfortable. And for some weird reason, they had a holster for $59.06. You know, you call most people on $59.06. Let me Google that. Sharky762. Working at the car wash. Working at the car wash, yeah. Working over the SKS wood to match the AK would give me a woody. Wasn't a fan of the whole shiny theme on the AK originally, but over time, the more I saw it, the more it grew on me. I think she's sitting right there, right below those. Well, since Sharky mentioned it. Oh, I'm sorry. Remy. Yeah, I know, this is not acceptable. Hold on. Oh. And it's buried. That's no fun.
Are you still doing the brew review?
No, I'm just standing in front of the camera holding a gun.
Really?
Hey, what do you think if I did this to that?
No.
She is in the minority.
No.
Let me rephrase. What do you think if I did this to that?
No.
That's just no fun. Can you catch around? Ready? Coming at you. Or not.
Not.
Wow.
Not.
Remy. Remco. The Remmeister. Well, that's right. Every time I say Remy, we have to snuggle.
I don't think you should do it in that color. That state.
But then they'd be a...
You don't want them matching. What are they, shoes? Come on. Have a little imagination. Oh, nice gun.
See, she's got a gun.
She's got 2 of them.
And then some. Here, hold this.
Balloons. I'm not holding that. Yeah, it's not gonna hold.
Well, it's only like 4 little points. But does yours do this? Oh yeah. Comes with a butt plug.
I don't have an AK.
And you still haven't shot one.
Nor do I care to.
What? There's been several guys that have said you need to break your AK virginity.
Yeah. And a Glock. I haven't shot that either. Not happening.
There's definitely more metal on that end. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Uh-huh. So, if I finish this, then we can finish this. Sharky762, hurrah, Justin and Semper Fi, Matt. Mr. Ulster, 3 minutes, 44 seconds. Get your act together. Don't get me to come over there and kick your ass. I have had an entire week of kicking ass this week, and I'm getting real old, and it's getting real old. Mr. Holster, I'll take one of the glass feed organic Highland sirloin steaks and juice it. Freeze it and mail it to you. Want a juice steak?
No.
Steve Schweitzer.
Stefan!
On the road will be awesome. Have to find different angles as the first attempt was denied due to the fact that most of their customers are very liberal. Yeah, can you believe that?
What?
One of I don't know where he went. I don't want to mention any local breweries, but when he checked out my channel, he didn't disagree with my political comments that I made in that brew review, but was afraid to take a political stance because he feared he would lose his customers because, I'm sorry, but please, can you libtards leave some...
Stop with the fear already, okay?
It's like, yeah, grow some balls.
Be like the Nike commercial. Just do it.
Mr. Ulster, Minnesota added a ton of tax to tobacco. I have always liked Punch cigars ever since I had my first one at the age of 16. Ooh, I love Punch. Thinking about a catalog that showed up. Buy a box of Punch. Sorry. FJ55 Iron Peg, great happy birthday song. A spanking, you say? I'm intrigued. It's too loud, you're too old. Damn! Melania is one sexy rifle. Josh again. Happy birthday to Gillian. Gillian, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's too loud, you're too old. I have an alien gear that I modified to fit my Bursa, so I'll be really interested to see what you think of them. So far, really liking it. It's too loud, you're too old. Oh, man! Mr. Holster, you dick. It's too loud, you're too old. Beat him. 3 days in a row. Damn. Got to be some kind of record. Laugh out loud. Cheers, brother. And I'm going to have a quick shot for a toast to honor those who serve and have served right now. Catch you tomorrow. And bumping him off of the possibility of being last 4 days in a row is Mr. Holster. Yeah, no need to finish the second 3.2 beer. Hitting the refresh button to see if Mr. Holster stands is the last comment. And the Crazy Scotsman, which was probably only going to be the first of 27 comments from him. Fucking snowflakes, you dumb cunts, Trump train bitches.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. Okay, so have to go make some juice.
Yes. 10 more days. No, actually, we have 20 more days.
I think on my way home tomorrow from the store buying shit to make juice, I'm going to get the Kayak KOLSCH from Lake Superior Brewers, because I don't think I've ever reviewed that. But as far as E-scale goes, I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but, you know, the other stuff, the stuff that I'm used to, this is almost more,
Going now.
maybe it's that summertime thing. It's more summertime. It has a slight, almost like lemony zestiness to it that normally isn't on the other stuff. But very drinkable. This would be kick-ass after mowing the lawn. Hands down. So I'm going to give it an 8.5. Just another very good drinkable beer from Goose Island. Tomorrow, let's look at another one that I'm sure Jim is going to want. Because it looks just like this. That's right. Free Speech Red Ale. Another one from 3rd Street Brewhouse. This one is at least a little bit more. It's 5.5%. So let's take a look at this one tomorrow. This was a 4-pack, so I doubt I could probably do that, do all 4 of those anymore. So again, cheers guys, and as always, thanks for the friendships, thanks for the comments, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Blog Radio. That's right. Last time you're hearing my voice, if you made it to 52 minutes. And my guest is going to be Travis, DJ Alkaline 1. Cheers, guys.